a few seconds. We're on the air, ladies and gentlemen, on Spreaker and Ustream once again. We're back after 2 months off of the air. We're back on it tonight. Thanks for being with us on the show tonight. Hello, everybody. I am TJ Temple, host of the TJ Temple Show. Just getting our Facebook listeners / viewers on the air with us. Just getting our Facebook listeners on the air. So, thanks for tuning in tonight. I did have a lineup. I do have a lineup for you. I just got to get my tablet and log in. I apologize. We're going to be on a little longer because we got a little bit of a late start, but that's okay. That's okay. We got a little bit of a late start. So let's begin with our opening monologue. As usual, I am back from about 2-3 months off the air. But we're back now, and let's begin with what everybody's talking about. Or let's talk about what's coming up on the program tonight. Coming up, we're gonna talk some football. And most of you already know that I was a part of this football team called Southside. I'm gonna discuss my experience with that coming up in just a little bit. Also, we will also be taking a sneak peek at my winter weather forecast. The TW winter weather forecast is coming up. We're gonna get a little look at that. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. I'm going to give you a sneak peek to our winter weather forecast. That's coming up a little later in the show, okay? We're going to be doing that here in just a little bit on the show, okay? So please stay tuned for that. You will not want to miss that, I promise you. You will not want to miss my winter weather forecast. Trust me, you will not. So that's coming up here in a little bit, but for right now, let's talk a little football, since we're a little bit running behind schedule. Or what are we starting with? Let's start with the other thing that I was going to. And this is a little bit of news that you need to know about if you live in Hanover Township, folks. Okay? Apparently, and I say that too much as it is, that's a whole different story for a whole different day. We're going to discuss that a little later. Or maybe never. Okay. I'm not saying it. There is water bottle bombs. They have been placed in mailboxes, especially in the Hanover Township area. Okay? They could remove extremities if they're shaken. Okay? And if you're watching me on the Ustream, if they're shaken like this, that means that, boom, they can blow up. And this is a story from WPXI TV. This is courtesy of WPXI TV, Channel 11. Kudos to them for the story and for picking it up. I so do appreciate that. Okay? Thank you very much for doing that. Alright. Now, are we going to get to football now? Are we getting to football? Yeah, we're going to get to football. Okay, let's talk about the Steelers for a second. Okay? Can we discuss the Steelers for just a minute? For just a minute. They're horrible this year. They got 2 wins. They did better than Southside, and I'm sorry. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys see that the giant yellow duck that we all love so much? But I really don't care for the stupid duck. It was the victim of a earthquake in Taiwan. Yeah, that's right. Your favorite duck kind of exploded. Let's put it that way. I'll put that delicately. Put that delicately as I can. A giant yellow duck. Yeah, the giant yellow duck. It pretty much deflated by the magnitude and the size of the earthquake. So, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Alright, now, as some of you may have known, I was a part of the football team this year. And I swore to myself that the day I walked into the high school that I would never, ever, ever have nothing to do with the football team, ever. Well, I had a bit of a change of heart. I was thinking, I got nothing better to do with my life, so why don't you just go try this? I was asked to be manager, and I did it. And I was thinking to myself, well, you're not really you're not really you're not really hurting anybody. And I really made some new friends in this experience. You're not really hurting anybody, and I made a lot of new friends. While waiting for while talking to everybody there, and it was great, and it may have been hard sometimes. It may have been, but it was all worth it, folks. I'll tell you that right now. Alright. And with that, I'm done with that right now. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to give you a sneak peek at that winter weather forecast that debuts on Thursday on the new TWU YouTube. It debuts on the new TWU YouTube starting Thursday. There's a new TWU YouTube. You can find the link to that on the TWU Tumblr site. Just go to twwxupdates.tumblr.com, click on the Follow TWWX Updates tab at the top of the page, okay? And you'll see it, it'll be the very last link that you see, okay? And right now, if you're on Ustream, I'm going to ask you right now to switch over to Spreaker so you can hear this winter weather forecast sneak peek. So, if you're there, great. We'll give you a few seconds to switch over, if you have not done so already. Okay, we gave you a few seconds. Okay, if you've made the switch, perfect. There's a link on my Facebook page to switch over to Spreaker if you are on Ustream as we speak. Okay, here it is. Sneak peek, your winter weather forecast sneak peek. Take a listen. So what can we expect this winter? Well, let me put it this way. The snow lovers will not, and I repeat, not appreciate this year's forecast. If you're heading up to the mountains to Seven Springs, that's a different story. But if you're a snow lover around here, the forecast is not going to be that ideal. Also, for anybody who likes the delays, the school delays, and the snow days, don't expect much of those this year. Little, if possibly any, especially in the early months. Now in January, February, maybe we could see a few. Not many, but a few. I'll leave it at that. Alright, there you go. That was it. That is your winter weather forecast peak. You remember, you can see the winter weather forecast starting on Thursday. on the TWU YouTube channel, the newest one. Like I said, all you got to do, go to twwxupdates.tumblr.com. It's a very great site. There's tabs on the side of the page. Click on the Follow TWWX Updates tab. That's at the side of the page. There's going to be 3 links there. A link to our Facebook page, a link to our Twitter, and a link to our YouTube. Click on the 3rd link on the YouTube to see it. If you can't see it, or if you can't get to it, that's not a problem at all, because we'll post a link, or I'll post a link, to the TW Facebook page. I will post a link there as well. So, and we're going to replay that soundbite, that TW winter forecast soundbite again, coming up a little later in the broadcast. And we'll also give you a weather update a little later in the show. And with that, we're going to take a brief time out. Coming up after the break, I'm going to talk about my best friends a little bit. Of course, they mean the world to me. I'm going to discuss them a little bit after the break. Also, this week is a special week for us here on the TG Double Show. It's Shout-Out Week. Who am I giving a shout-out to tonight? You have heard me discuss this forever. You've heard me discuss it for the better part of the last week. So who is getting a shout-out this evening? You're going to find out after the break. Plus, that weather update that is so crucial. We'll replay that winter weather forecast soundbite one more time. We'll be right back after the break. Alright, we're back. Spreaker, Ustream, we never went anywhere. We're still here. Yes, we are. We are still here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'm going to talk about my best friends for a little bit. Okay, right now, best friends, I have like 5 of them. 5 or 6 of them. All of them girls. All of them mean so much to me in their special way. In a special way. In their own certain way. They do. But I'll tell you one thing right now. They love taking pictures with me. And if you'd like to see those pictures, they're over on my TW Facebook page right now. So go check that out. My Facebook page is facebook.com/TJTempleWX. That's all you do. Type that in. I have a link to that page on the TW Tumblr site. That's over there right now. So go check that out. I've posted those pictures, and as the year goes on, I will post more pictures. Okay? I will. And what about these best friends? What are their names? What are they like? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, because it's shout-out week on the TJ Temple Show. All week, I have been asked several times, oh, I want a shout-out. Oh, I want a shout-out. Well, I was thinking to myself one day, why don't you just do a shout-out week where you shout out to everybody or anybody that you want? Well, let me put it this way. This week's shout-out week on the show. So, this week, well, today, there's 4 shout-outs to be given on this day. And then as the week goes on, there'll be more. But today, there's only 4. Okay? And they are my best friends. So, without further delay, let's give the shout-outs to the following people. Their names are Kayla, Courtney, Haley, Caitlin. There's your 4 shout-outs for today. If you'd like a shout-out all week, anytime this week, tweet me at TJTempleWX. My Twitter name. Use the hashtag TJTShow Shoutout Week. Okay, that's the hashtag you need to use. Hashtag TJTShow Shoutout Week. And remember to tweet that to me at TJWWX. Oh, and by the way, one more other thing I forgot. I got a new mug. A new coffee mug. But for me, it's like a water mug. Yeah, once again, that tweet me, hashtag the TJT Show, shout out week. Tweet me that, and I will tweet that, and I will see if I can pencil you in for a shout out later in the week. But once again, Kayla, Courtney, Haley, Caitlin, they all get shout outs on this day. Tomorrow, it's going to be 4 of my football buddies. 4 of my football buddies tomorrow. And then a couple cheerleaders. Yes, I did say cheerleaders. Coming up on Wednesday. And a couple of my other buddies on Thursday. So far, nobody for Friday. That's when you guys come in. Tweet me on Twitter. Use that hashtag, the TJT Show. Shout out week. Tweet me that. And you can get a shout out on the show. Okay. So there you go. Your 4 shout outs for this day. There'll be more tomorrow. Like I said, 4 of my football buddies will be getting shout-outs tomorrow. They have asked so nicely, but they have pushed. Some of them have pushed my buttons a little bit, and they know who they are. Okay? Alright. Well, how about this? How about we give you a weather update? Because I think that's the most important reason why some of you tune into this fine program. Let's give you a weather update. Today was kind of cool, was it not? Yes, it was. It was very cool outside, very chilly could be the word that could be used. Somewhat. Let's go with that. But, of course, we need to get a look at that forecast. And we're going to do that right now. So, as the week goes on, we're going to warm up a little bit. We're going to have a chance of some showers coming up right around the middle of the week, towards the latter part of the week, and into the weekend. And there is a tiny bit, and I'm not saying much, only a tiny bit of snow in our future. Yes. Alright, and let's take a look. Thursday, we have that chance of rain. 50% chance. We're going to go with a high of 49 on Thursday, but Wednesday, we'll be near 65 degrees. Did you hear that right? Yes, I said 65 degrees. And then towards the weekend, it'll be a calm weekend, but with temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. Of course, for weather updates anytime you want them, go to the TW Weather Updates Facebook page or go to our website, twwxupdates.tumblr.com. Now, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, or we brought it up earlier in the broadcast, that the TJ Temple Show, or no, TW, their winter weather forecast comes out on Thursday. That's right, Thursday, winter weather forecast. In case you missed the sneak peek earlier, we're going to play it one more time. One more time, we're going to play this. So here it is, your winter weather forecast sneak peek. Ustream viewers, head over to Spreaker to listen to it. Again, in case you missed it. So here it is. So what can we expect this winter? Well, let me put it this way. The snow lovers will not, and I repeat, not appreciate this year's forecast. If you're heading up to the mountains to Seven Springs, that's a different story. But if you're a snow lover around here, the forecast is not going to be that ideal. Also, for anybody who likes the delays, the school delays, and the snow days, don't expect much of those this year. Little, if possibly any, especially in the early months. Now, in January, February, maybe we could see a few. Not many, but a few. I'll leave it at that. There you go. That's it. That's a look at your winter weather forecast, or a sneak peek of it. And remember, it debuts Thursday on the TW YouTube channel. If you need a link for it, or need a link to it, go to twwxupdates.tumblr.com. There'll be a couple tabs on the side. click on the Follow TWW Updates tab at the side of the page. Click on that. It's the third link down. It's not that hard to find. Or just search up TW Weather Updates on YouTube to get to our YouTube channel. Once again, that's TW Weather Updates Winter Weather Forecast. Debuts on Thursday. And with that comes the end of tonight's program. Thank you for joining us for a abbreviated version of our program. Thanks for being with us. I apologize. Oh, by the way, one more thing before I sign off on a Monday. A couple more things. First off, Wednesday. Are we still on? I'm hoping. Yes, we are. Okay. Wednesday. Oh, coming up on Wednesday night, it's the CMA Awards. Brad Paisley, Carrie Underwood hosting that program. We're going to have live coverage, of course, right on the show before the awards show itself at 8 o'clock. So you'll want to tune in for that, and I hope I'm still on the air. If anybody can hear me right now, please let me know on Spreaker or on Twitter, YouTube, or Twitter, YouTube. Facebook or Twitter. I'm having computer problems, and isn't that great? No, I'm still on. Hallelujah. I'm just trying to. This sounds a little corny, but alright. And like I said, CMA Awards, we're going to have live coverage of the show before the show begins. Coming up. That's coming up on, that is on Wednesday. That's Wednesday night, right before the show. Right before the live telecast, which will be on WTAE Channel 4 ABC in Pittsburgh. And there's another thing that I forgot to mention. Crap. There's another thing I forgot to mention. I talked about the winter weather forecast. We talked about that. We mentioned that in great detail. Alright, and I forgot what else I was going to say. Alright, for most of you, if you're listening right now, probably I will see you at school tomorrow. And if you have any feedback for the show, please let me know on my Facebook, on the TJ Tubble Show Facebook page. If you have any suggestions, comments, if you want to shout out, like I said, tweet me at TJTumbleWX with the hashtag the TJT Show Shoutout Week. Once again, tweet me that if you want a shout out. It's on my blog, tjtumbleweather.wordpress.com. It's there. If you that hashtag is there if you'd like to see it. With that, our show has come to a close tonight. Thanks for being with us. We're back again tomorrow night with a whole new list of topics. Like I said, Wednesday, CMA Awards. We're going to have live coverage on our show, 7 o'clock, followed by the actual program itself at 8 o'clock over on ABC, WTAE Channel 4 in Pittsburgh. So that should be a good show. Keith Urban, Miranda Lambert duet, We Were Us, at that show tomorrow night, or on Wednesday night. That's it for our show tonight. Thanks for being with us. TJ Double. We will talk soon.